building it or not. Here's a small example. Let's suppose you bought a pinball machine and you put it in a barber shop, and you don't spend any of the profits. You save them until you can buy another pinball machine and put it in another barber shop. This, by the way, was Warren Buffett's first business. If you don't know who Warren Buffett is, he's one of the top 2 richest men in America. The rich are extremely eager to find those passive cash-generating opportunities because those opportunities continue to pay them month after month, year after year, long after they've stopped working the opportunity. If you don't know who Warren Buffett is, he's one of the... I see this happen again and again with successful entrepreneurs. They find a passive cash flow stream that they build up, and it continues to pay them month after month, year after year. They then take those profits and multiply them in another passive cash-generating opportunity, and then again in another. In conclusion, here's what I've learned over the years. You can't find these passive cash-generating opportunities unless you're open to hearing about them. Then, once you find them, you must be willing to see what fits you and then act. Now, the reason I say this is that I once answered a hokey little ad that I ended up generating 7 figures from, simply because I answered that ad and then took action. These opportunities are out there, you just need to find them. You also must be opportunistic enough that when the right situation does present itself, you don't miss it. So remember, broke people buy stuff, the middle class buy liabilities, and the rich acquire assets, preferably cash-generating opportunities that can create passive cash flow. They then take that cash flow and invest it in another asset that produces more cash flow. That's the wealth creation formula. Now, I trust you found this or more than they make, meaning that they have to go to work and make a certain amount of money every single month just to cover their liabilities. The other important issue with both broke people and the middle class is that normally all of their cash flow is dependent on their own effort, meaning that they've educated themselves to exchange their knowledge and expertise for someone's money. Also, the money they earn is usually the highest taxed form of income. Here's an example. An attorney is knowledgeable about law, so people pay him or her in exchange for that knowledge on an hourly basis. The problem here is that if the attorney isn't sharing that knowledge with a client, then the attorney isn't making any money. This causes lots of stress and anxiety in their lives, and if you ever ask them to take an afternoon off to play golf with you, well, they very rarely can because of how much money it'll cost them to take that time off. On the surface, life's pretty good. The reality is that it's a roller coaster ride. That's the middle class. Now, I know this group very well because for a
Good afternoon and welcome. You agree with me that with that video we have watched alone is enough training. The video is super rich and is enough training. So we are actually doing this right on our YouTube channel. We're also doing this right on our YouTube channel. Ebele Joy, you can put the link of the YouTube channel on the groups as well. Some people say they don't know how to join Zoom. They just know how to join they prefer the YouTube. So that's why we also do post the link. It's playing on the Today's Leaders TV. So you're welcome. My name is Love Oladele, and I'm doing this training on behalf of Do Action. Do Action is an NGO that is doing a lot of things. And as a contributor, this is our own way, our own way of saying thank you for what they are doing, and we're giving them their own support. And that's it. For every human being, you should be giving support to, organization that you like, and Do Action happens to be one of them for me. So today we'll be talking about the rule of money. We'll be talking about how we make, manage, and multiply our money. Very, very important training. That's what we are doing today. So the video we just watched now, it's a video I watched over and over because we are all learning. I'm also learning. There is no end to this, how to manage your money and how to grow your money. So sometimes you think you know already. Sometimes you think, oh, I already know, but you still find out that, oh, I should have done better with this money. So that is why there is no end to learning, and that's why we need to keep learning about how to manage, how to grow our money. So when we talk about the rule of money, we're talking about financial education. Financial education is simply how to make, manage, and multiply our money. We have many rules of money, but today I'll be talking about one very important rule of money. But financial education is actually a way for us to make, manage, and multiply our money. And what is money? What is money? So money is anything you can use in exchange for what you need. A lot of us will say money is a means of exchange, a medium of exchange. That is what we are used to. That's what we have been taught in the school. But I would like to put it to you today that anything you can use in exchange for what you need. It could be your idea, it could be your product, goods, talents, time. That is money. Money is a reward for solving a problem. It's a reward. That's what you get when you solve a problem. Money is a reward for solving a problem. So this is what we get when we are solving a problem. Money is a reward for solving a problem. And the only way to make legal money, legitimate money, is to solve problems of people. So if you really want to make money, you aren't going to be bothered about the problem. Like, as it is in Nigeria, a lot of people are leaving the country, people are running away, they are jackpying, people are jackpying. And you find that the only way to solve problem is, the only way to make money is to solve problems. So these different problems that we have in the country, what are you contributing? How are you solving the problem? How are you helping to solve the problem? Once you are able to solve people's problem, money will come towards you. So how do we even make money? The first way, how do we make money to think before we now think of managing the money and growing the money? You can actually be an employee. That's it. That's like the basic that everybody, it's like you're an employee, working with someone, working somewhere, and you're being paid. That's like the basic that is happening. Then you can start a business. You can start a traditional business. You can start a network marketing business. It may be affiliate marketing. It may be trading of cryptocurrency, or you can be an influencer. You can be selling a product online. You can be into service, a skill. You may learn a skill and start using your skill to make money. So there are various ways we can actually make money. So all you need to do is to get at something and start making money. Either you're an employee, either you're a business, you decide to start a business, any kind of business you can start, as far as you're giving value to people and you're making money. So we can actually make money by giving value to people. Just that in today's economy, especially in Nigeria, one stream of income is not enough for us. So you want to have multiple streams of income, you know. You want to have multiple ways by which you're making your money. So one of the ways, which is a business way, which is, for me, I am a huge supporter for entrepreneurship. Now, you must learn to sell something. So if you're running a business, you're giving a value or with skill or with service or with product. If you really want to make much more money, you must learn to sell. You must learn to sell, because if you have a product or a service or a skill, you must be a good marketer. That is one of the things every entrepreneur needs to learn. So, however, you must know that, because some people, when you tell them about selling, they're just like, they've tuned off. They've tuned out. They say, oh, I don't want to be a salesperson. You must know that either you don't want to sell, you don't want to be a salesperson, we are all selling something. You're either selling a product, you're selling your service, skills, time, knowledge, information. So there's something you're selling. So if they give you the avenue for you to be a salesperson where you can make much more money, some people will want to run away. I don't want to be a salesperson. Meanwhile, they're actually selling. So what you need to do is to make sure that you make yourself invaluable with knowledge, so much knowledge, so that you are someone people are searching for. You're someone people are searching for. You find that you make much more money. So make yourself very valuable. And now you have started making money. The next thing you want to learn is how to manage the money. Because one thing that is very necessary for every one of us is to be disciplined with our money. You need to be very disciplined with your money. Money goes towards those who know how to manage it. You must learn to be disciplined with that money once you start making money. So I will share with you 3 things people do with money. The first thing, I learned this from one of my mentors, Dr. Olumide Emmanuel. These 3 things, I learned it from him in his book. 3 things people do with their money. One is waste it. So you buy things you don't really need. For us female, especially for female, we're quite guilty of this, but I still see even male guilty of this. So you fill your homes. You can see that video that we were watching, for those who joined while we were watching the video. It was talking about tools. It was talking about stuff. People just buy stuff. You have more than enough clothes. Things that you may not, clothes that you know wear in the next 1 year. So that when is that 1 year time? Is that the thing is even out of fashion, or you are even bigger than it? So we just buy stuff. We fill our homes with stuff, unnecessary stuff. So you don't want to continue it. There's nothing wrong. Maybe you don't know, or maybe you didn't think of it, and you're just kind of person that just like to buy and buy and buy. You know, that is wasting of your money. It's wasting of the money. And before you know, the money is parting from your hands. Money came into your hands, and the way it's coming to your hands is the way it's going to part. It's going to just go, because you want to buy things that you don't really need. You want to buy clothes, shoes. You know, some of us want to buy Apple phone. So just 2 days or 3 days ago, one of my staff was telling me that Apple phone. I told them my phone was messing up. My phone with my camera, in fact, was messing up. So my second phone, I now resolved to buy a second phone. My second phone, I started having problems. I say, oh, I need to buy a phone. And for me, I won't spend more than 300,000 on a phone. My son was telling you that, Mama, you want to buy a good Apple phone or Samsung, you need to spend, is it 1 million or 3 million? He was telling me. I said, Now, in fact, I want to go into doing a lot of videos, much more than what I do now. I don't do as much as I used to do. So I want to go back into going back to what I used to do, doing a lot of, videos and all that. So I needed a phone with a good camera. But man, 3 million naira for phone, for me, like I was talking to another business owner, very, wealthy. He's a billionaire in dollars, actually. He's not a Nigerian. And he said to me, for now, I don't take first class, a plane, because when I do the calculation, what all the first class, if I do the calculation, what I can do with the difference is a lot for me. So for now, but he said, but maybe years, he said, maybe in a few years' time, I will be there where I can be taking first class. So he's just wondering, who is just coming up. You're just coming up. Your business have not even grown so much. The next thing you're saying first class. And some people, they will say, different people, different school of thought. Some people believe that when they take that first class, they will meet other business owners. Different school of thought. But he was saying, no, I don't take first class, even though I have all this money. I don't. I still go with my normal, if I want to travel economy, when I want to travel. So, guys, you need to watch what your money is doing, where the money is going. A lot of us have read Robert Kiyosaki's book, and when he said that a lot of people just put their money in liabilities, just buy stuff, things, you buy cars, that same car you bought, immediately you're leaving the place you bought it, you drove out. If anything happened, you drove in again, it has become a second-hand value. They will buy it for you, second-hand value. So you need to be intentional, very intentional on how you're spending your money. And that's something I'm learning. I'm also guilty. I'm not guilty about wasteful. I'm not a wasteful person, but I am a sucker for businesses. I can try business for this life. So when you bring in a new business for me, I want to try. So I had to tell myself last month that enough is enough. I had to draw a line on new businesses. I had to draw a line because even though I have staff, I can't do every business. I have to come to that realization that even though I have staff, I can't do every business. So I had to cut down. I said now. So because of who I am, people are always, especially in the online world, people are always bringing me businesses. Since last week, between last week and today, I've said no to about 6 businesses. No, it's a no. I'm not interested because I had to draw a line. Especially for me, the business that don't work for me are business that maybe products. I'm not a pro. I can't sell. But some people will just come. I will say, okay, let me see join, let me see. It's not just working for me. So I have to draw a line on what is working and what is not working. So I am not actually a waste. I'm not even a clothes person, a phone person, I'm not that kind of person, but I am a sucker for businesses. So I'm always putting my money up. I make money from one business. Oh, let me try this other business. So also you need to watch it if you're that kind of person. You need to watch it. Where is this money going to? So you need to be very intentional about how you spend your money. So for me, other ways I've also wasted money is in the area of giving loan. Okay. Is the area of giving loan. Some time ago, I don't know what's wrong with me. People will just come, give me loan, this, that. And also, if the loan is for business, that's why I said I'm a sucker for business. I just love to, I believe in entrepreneurship. I believe that what can save us in this country is entrepreneurship. So if you come to me to give you a loan to buy frivolities, clothes, shoes, that won't work for me. But if you come to me to give you a loan to start a business, you got me. So I used to give loan. People, I gave somebody, I remember one, and I am so bad in asking for my loan, for my money back. I'll give loan, but I'll be bad in asking back. I remember one time I gave somebody a ~1 million loan. Then the person I didn't ask 2 years after, and I asked the person told me that he has forgotten that I gave him loan. He has forgotten that I gave him loan because I don't even know how to ask for my money back. So I had to now also put a stop to that. So in putting a stop to that, if you come to me now, I would rather give what I can give. Loan, no. Is a no for me now. I hardly do it again, but before I used to. So that's one of some of the ways I've wasted my money. Also, now in the area of online businesses or doing network marketing business, because I also do network marketing business, one of the ways I've also wasted my money is in helping people to register. They will tell you, I will pay you back. I used to do that before as well. I remember one year, I can't forget that business. It was $500 to register people. And under the influence of a particular friend, I registered close to 20 persons. And they didn't do anything. That was how my money wasted. So I've had a lot of experiences in the area of, wastages as well as a person. And in businesses, if you're starting a business, if you're running a business, sometimes it may be not my own way. It may be in your own way. You will make some mistakes, and those mistakes can lead to wastages. They can lead to wastages. So you also need to be very careful. So one of the things I have also learned is I learned to apply BODMAS to myself. So now I try to bracket off some people. Those who help to cause wastages in my life, I bracket them off, And I need, so because BODMAS is that BODMAS that we did in school, remember the mathematics. So BODMAS, I bracket off some people. I'm reordering my life. So that's order. To order your life to what you want, you need to be very intentional. Then you also need to apply the law of division, where you look at the people that are not also, you need to divide them. You need to have very few people that the people that are adding value to you are the people you want to add to your life, and they are the ones you want to multiply as well. Those who are adding value. What value is this person bringing to my life? The ones that's not bringing value, you want to subtract them and let them go. They are not part of your life. So you bracket them off your life. So I have also learned to apply the law of BODMAS to my life. So the number two thing people do with money is to spend it. So in spending, you want to look at what am I also doing with this money? Spending. Because you want to see, you see that, oh, I'm buying something that is necessary. Yeah, we need to wear clothes, you need to wear good shoe, you need to pay bills. But in all that, you also need to see how it is working for you. So there was a time I had an office, not the one I'm running now, my former office. And I had staff, and I realized through a very young boy later that those staff, because I actually work from home, I make most of the money I will spend in the office. I make it online. So sometimes I always even sometimes I ask myself, what am I still doing? What am I doing with office? But recently I'm trying to see what I can do with my office, So this particular time I was working from home, but I had staff because if somebody wants to see me and all that, they still come to the office. So you won't believe that I found out one day that my staff just use my data to watch film. Even right in the office, they will tell you they are working, and so I had to let that set of staff, I had to let them go, because what they are doing is, even though I am buying data in the office, to think that, oh, this is something we are spending money on, not knowing that. So I had to now cut down the data and all that. So you need to really know what you're spending on. Those bills, are they really bills? Are they really bills, or some people are just imposing it on you? If you have a driver, are you monitoring the fuel they're using? I don't know. I think even now is even when we need it now in this country, especially for those of us that are Nigeria. In this country now, that's when we really need it, where you really need to be sure of how you're spending that money as it's coming to your hand. Then the third thing people do with money is to invest it. So the best way to use your money is to see, how do I invest my money? How do I grow this money? every time you're looking at every money. So for me, I learn a lot. I have many mentors that have impacted my life. I learn a lot from my mentors. So one of such mentors is Dr. Sunday Obaso Ojogbese of blessed memory. Another one is Pastor Olumide Emmanuel. Just recently, I came across this person on YouTube, actually, and I bought all his books. That's me. His name is Dr. Apoki Charles. So he wrote this book. I've not even finished reading it. Money is an Idiot. But one of the things I quickly picked from the book is about you labeling your money. And he was talking about people not labeling. So money comes into your hand and it goes as it comes, because the money does not have any label. So as money is coming to your hand, you want to say, this money is going for this thing. So that even if somebody now come and say, please, I need help, or like what I was doing, I need loan, and I will quickly give loan, you will know that that money has been labeled to something. So you don't have the money now, because the money is for something. You don't have it. So for me, I'm also practicing that label, to learn label every dime that come into your hand. Label, this money is for something. If that money is labeled already, you don't have any extra money now, because that money is already labeled for something. So we need to learn to practice that as well. How do you invest your money? So how do we manage our money? Every human being, you need to learn how to save. Now, when you're saving, we're not saying save in the bank and leave it there forever, but you save so that you can use it to grow your money, and you need to think of how to invest that money you're saving. And how to do that, one of the easiest way to do that is to learn to pay yourself first. I don't know how many of us have read the book called The Richest Man in Babylon. Hey, that book is a great book. If you have read The Richest Man in Babylon by George Clason, please type yes in the chat box if you have read that book, The Richest Man in Babylon by George Clason. It's a great book I recommend for people to go read. It's absolutely amazing. How many of us have read? If you have read it, put yes in the chat box. If you have not read it, put no in the chat box. It's titled The Richest Man in Babylon by George Clason. That book is superb. It's marvelous, and I encourage you to go and read that book. So those who have not read the book, you can go get that book. It's actually very good. So the book is the one that teach the first book that the book is over 100 years old. The book is old. The book is the first book that said, pay yourself first. When you earn salary, or even if you're a business owner, you have to learn to pay yourself. And when you're paying yourself from the business, you also pay yourself first. That means save. We know that you can owe, you can have expenses to deal with, but learn to pay yourself first. And also spend within your means. You spend within your means. A lot of us, when we think of having money, you think, oh, well, let me have more income. But you can also reduce expenses so that you can have enough to save. And when you now have enough to save, you now think of investment. And don't buy on impulse. Don't buy on impulse. Don't buy on impulse means that you're not seeing things and just buying. No, you don't keep buying stuff. Just fill your house stuff, all your rooms stuff, things that you don't need, things that you may not use. So even if you have been doing that, you need to stop that now. You need to be very intentional on how you spend your money. Very, very, very intentional on how you spend your money. It's very important. So one of the also ways for some people can say, I don't know how to save. One of the ways you can also help yourself is to do compulsory tax on yourself. So you assume that, okay, if government start putting tax on something and they remove it at source from your salary, are you still going to be able to live? Are you still going to cope? Oh, yes. You will still live, you will still cope. So why not now? Because you will still live, you will still cope. So why not now? Tax yourself. Do that assumption on yourself that, oh, the government is taxing us. So this money, I'm going to be taking it out. There's a particular business I do, is in the area of telecoms, and we earn money every day. So because we make money every day, one of my It's also a network marketing business. One of my upline now said she makes about 100,000 naira every day. So she told me, because we are paid every day, it's so easy for you to, because you can cash out your money anytime. Even today, I've cashed out. Personally, I make about 10 to 50,000 every day, but she has been there, so she makes about 100,000 every day. So for me, this day, I've cashed out 20,000. But normally, I use it to sort bills like that. I actually use my 20,000 to buy. I decided to use it to pay NEPA bill in my office and do recharge card for my phone. So she now said, and sometimes I use it to buy Milo and other things, because I normally would have gone to my crypto money to get the money I spend for my daily things. But because of this business, I use. So she now told me that the way she was able to deal with herself, she had to open an account that doesn't have ATM card. An account that doesn't have ATM card. She doesn't, in fact, the place is far from her house. She must have a reason. There's a project she wants to do before she go to that bank. So every day, as she's making the money, as she wants to withdraw, she just withdraw the money straight to that account number. So she's saving about 50,000 naira. She must make sure that she's saving no matter what, That is how you want to discipline yourself. You want to discipline yourself so that you're not spending unnecessarily what you don't need to do with money. You're not taking it to do. You have to be very, very, very intentional. So he told us 3 ways, but because of because of our religion, some of us we pay tithes. Some prefer to say, I'm giving this 10% to charity. I'm not going to pay any tithe. But that would now be in your own. So, but if you have your money, you want to apply either 30-70. The richest man in Babylon taught us 30-70 principle. So you keep 30% and spend 70%. Some other school of thought say, no, let's do 40-60. So you spend 60% and keep 40. So this 30% you're keeping, or the 40% you're keeping, 10% cannot be to charity. So because you still know that you want to be helpful to people, there will always be the poor among us. There will always, always be. So you want to help people. So you want to keep 10% for charity. Whether you want to keep it for tithe, but you can say, I want to keep this money for charity. So this 10% that is for charity is what you want to give to people. Oh, okay, this person come for help. When your 10% is exhausted for that month, every other person that comes for help should wait till the following month. Every other person, wait till the following month. Then you want to invest in yourself. I am also very big in investing in myself, because in investing in yourself, it's only when you invest in yourself that you have more knowledge on what to do with your money. So I'm very, very big in investing in myself. So you want to invest yourself, you want to buy books. You want to buy books, you want to go for training. My table is always filled with books upon books upon books, because the truth is that business owners is books. So, somebody once asked a question about business owners. Is it the book before the money, or the money before the book? The truth is that we have always been reading. We have always had books, and we've always learned from books. A lot of business owners you can, I don't know, maybe how you have to learn. There's so much to learn to succeed in the business world. There's so much to learn to succeed in the business world. So as a business owner, you want to make sure that you are investing yourself. Then you want to say 10% for investment, then 10% for health and emergency. So it's also still good, because health is an issue, especially if we're growing old. We want to keep money in case of if you have issues with our health, emergency funds, you still have money to go in, and that's why we now have all these national health insurance. So you want to be part of the national health insurance and all that, things that will make your expenses on health to be reduced. You want to look at that. So when we talk about the rule of money, there are lots of rules of money. there are a lot. However, for this class, I will only focus on this one rule of money. This one rule of money, if you even get it, you're just good. Because I can tell you that 98% of people fall into this trap. That is this trap. What this rule of money is talking about, 98% of us fall into the trap. I am also guilty, so I'm not exempting myself. Now, and that rule has to do with the Parkinson's law. It has to do with the Parkinson's law. The Parkinson's law states that a man's expenses will always rise to meet his income and make him stay in the rat race. I'm going to repeat that again. A man's expenses will always rise to meet his income and make him stay in the rat race. And what he's saying is that no matter the additional income that comes into your life, you will see a reason to increase your expenses to fit into this income. So you have been earning 200,000 naira and you have been staying in that one room and managing yourself with 70% salary, 70%, 70,000 naira. But the moment your salary increases to 500,000 or 1 million, the first thing you first see is that, oh, I'm bigger than this area I'm living in. This place, let me move to a better place. Then when you move to a better place, you go and pay higher salary. Then you start thinking of a car. If you had a car before, you start saying, let me change my car. I'm much more worthy than this car. Let me change my car. So once you have extra income, you'll be tempted, like really tempted to fall into this Parkinson's rule. So if you can understand Parkinson's rule, and you ensure that you don't make the mistake, of, as your income is rising, you quickly want to your expenses, you quickly want to think of, let me go and increase my, go and live in a better place. Let me go and buy a new car. Everybody want to live in a better place. We all want to buy a car. But first, why not think of, why this is my difference. I've been living like this for years. So this difference, why can't I invest it? Why can't I invest this difference so that I can be better tomorrow? The way the rich live their life, I had an experience very recently, and I'm happy that I took that decision because you would think there's some things you think you cannot do. There's a particular investment I do in the cryptocurrency space. It's called staking. And in that particular, I've been doing it since 2021, so I like it. I like what I'm making. In this particular investment, the highest I've done is $1,000. So the highest I've done was $1,000. So June this year, I wanted to pay my office rent, and my office rent is about 2.something million. And I asked myself, I taxed myself, and I love that tax. And I asked myself, is it possible for me to pay to not pay this money in this month and put to put $3,000 in this particular investment? Then I will now bring, in 1 month's time, all I have earned from it, I'll bring it out, also look for money from other places and pay. In fact, it was a difficult decision. Because I was scared. I don't like to owe landlord. I was like, oh God, I don't want landlord to come and owe me if I try this thing. So my landlord now came to my office. He sent someone and I said, I'll pay you guys in a month's time. And I took that risk. And I'm so happy I took that risk. I am so happy that I took that risk because I took that risk. And after a month, actually, I was actually what I've earned from my earning and also some other money from somewhere, and I was able to pay. If not, I would have still stayed on $1,000. And I wanted to raise my bar. I was so happy that I was able to take that decision because this money will just go to this landlord straight. Can't I use this money for one investment? Then, so that was what I did. And that's how the rich actually do their thing. Most of the time, they're always, since you see them living large, you see them taking first class, you see them, they're using what they are earning from investment. What they are earning from investment. So if you have your money in investments and you're now spending the profit, using the profit to live large, and it may be in different investments, which we'll be discussing. It may be in different formats. All of us have different ways that we are going to, where you're going to keep your money. So I will also let you know that that is the life you need to live. You need to make your money your messenger. Your money needs to become your messenger. That is why when I was sending out my flyer, I said, my money is my messenger. Your money should be your messenger. And how can your money be your messenger? You either put your money in business, you put your money in business. Let it be, or you put it in stocks. Some people in stocks. When I was young, when I was much more young, I'm a big girl now. My 50 years is shocking me. By the grace of God, in the next 2 months, I'll be 50. So that by 50 years is shocking me, I say, because I'm a big girl now. Anyway, so I used to work with Gani Fawehinmi Chambers when in my 20s. Gani Fawehinmi had money in stocks. Hi, he has money in stocks. So the money that, because I was close to our accountant then, and we're always discussing, the money that was, the returns that was coming from his stocks alone is enough to sustain him. Assuming he's not even working. Not talk of he's also the owner of course, we're all working for him. He's also the owner of the Gani Fawehinmi Chambers. He's a big chambers where you had many lawyers. So that's how the rich spend their money. They have money in business, in stocks, in real estate. And for some of us, I have money in crypto, and in my own crypto, I do more of staking. Staking is like fixed deposit, but it pays us far more than the normal fixed deposit in the bank. Yeah, far more than the normal fixed deposit in the bank. Then we have FGM bonds. Some people, they put their money in FGM bonds. Some people put their money in treasury bills. So some real estate. Sorry, I need to mute everybody. I didn't want to do this before, but I saw that I didn't want to do this before so that we can just enjoy the flow. This is just okay. Sorry about that. So Gani Fawehinmi had so much money in stocks, and I know so many other wealthy people that I've related with. You see, business, stocks, real estate, those three things. Every very rich people you've seen, you see them having money in business, in stocks, and real estate. They have money in these three places. Okay? So, but you can actually have your money in FVM bonds, in treasury bills. Just look for places to put your money and let the money be working for you. So your money should be your messenger. It should be working for you. You can't work throughout your lifetime. So that is why you want to have much more money, stock away, put away for you. Very important. So, but in all, the most important way, especially for you, if you're starting, today, as I wanted to teach this, I said, okay, let me create a group and call the group Love Billionaires Group, because we need to start thinking of how to get to our billion journey. The most important way is to invest in yourself. Kai. I am very also I'm also very big on investment for me, in myself, investing in yourself. Because I always tell myself, the greatest competitor you have is yourself. So when I wake up every day, I always ask myself, how am I better than what have I done to be better than myself yesterday? What have I done to myself to be better than yesterday? You want to be better every day. Every day. Every day. You want to be improving on yourself. You don't want to remain the same. at all. So the best investment is on yourself. The only person you should try to be better than is the person you were 1 hour ago. You want to ask yourself in the next at the end of today, what have I done to improve on myself? So that's it. We want to improve on ourselves. And when it comes to making money, improving on yourself will also help you to make much more money. It will help you to make much more money. So you want to, if there is a lesson you need to take on investment, if there's a training, for me, I love to take training if I see it. When my friend, okay, told me about do action training, I was busy to the teeth. Because like I said, I'll be 50 in November by the grace of God. So I'm actually writing a book. At the time she told me, and I want to relaunch 2 of my books. It means I have to read through and walk them through. And I was like, I had every reason to just reject. In fact, when we started the first week, I said, God, be like I said, I go drop out of this class. So like I would drop out because it was really clashing. But I said, no, this is an opportunity to improve on myself. And it's a good thing that I decided to go through the training because the training has actually impacted me. There is a room for improvement in your life. There's always room for improvement in our life. So keep working on yourself. So the only person you should try to be better than is that person that you were yesterday. And that's the way I also live my life. I want to learn every day. I want to grow every day. So I want to ask if you have gotten a value, if you have gotten value for this training. If you've gotten value for this training, please put it in the chat box or raise your hand and let's talk about it because I've gradually come to the end of this training. Yes, Adenike, let's hear you.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Okay, I just joined. I don't know, I just missed it on the platform. So
Yeah.
thank you for the little ahead. I would like to know more about investing. In cryptocurrency, I'm always afraid that I'm not sure about this. I don't really have an understanding. Okay, you've said it's okay. Maybe I'll go back to a cousin that's been inviting me and explaining and telling me to ensure I invest in it. Then the second one, could you please share this slide again? The second to the last one before this one.
Okay.
Like the second one you mentioned that I'll be interested in. Not this one. Okay, thank you. Okay, good. Real estate. Someone has informed me about maybe renting, not even buying, maybe a flat or something, or buying a flat, not even building rather, and renting it out. So I've not seen somebody that has done it before. They were just, when they're telling you you're afraid of this 419. So I wouldn't know if you can take me through it or help me out because I'm interested in
Okay.
it.
Okay, so
Cryptocurrency,
can talk
then
after the
real estate.
training.
Yeah.
No problem. We can talk after this training.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Okay, so for those who joined from the inception, did you get value for the training? Did you get Yes, we'll send the recorded version on it's on YouTube Live, so I'll post it on the group as well. So those who joined, if you got value, because we're rounding up, what is your take home? I'm a teacher. If my students not tell me what they are taking home, I will not let them go. So what is your take home lesson? Blessing, Comfort, Fatima, your take home lesson, would you want to share with us? Would you want to share? Okay. Yes, I'm trying to Okay. Label my money. Yes, so label your money, my brother. Yes, label your money. That's very important. So I hope you've gotten, okay, Blessing wants to say something. Yes, Blessing, you can unmute yourself, please.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Thank you for the session. Though I joined late, I had other engagements. So when I remembered, I said, because I noted the time for 4 p.m., but I had other engagements. So I didn't start from the beginning, but with the one I joined, the value I got from what you said, which really stood out for me, is investing in yourself, and which is really key, because no matter what you do, the first investment you should think of is yourself. Because when you invest in yourself, it opens door for other opportunities. But when you don't invest in yourself, even when there are opportunities there, because you don't have the let's say probably the technical know-how or the knowledge, the expertise to even handle it, you will miss out on such opportunity, and thereby maybe you end up being the messenger for your money instead of your money being your
Yes.
messenger.
Yes.
So that's that for me. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Okay, so thank you, everyone. I want to really appreciate you for attending this training. If you're a woman here and you don't know about Do Action, they are in conjunction with UN Women, and they do a training on procurement for women. And I can tell you, it's an amazing one. They tried. I also have an NGO. Because it's just like a trainer or a teacher. Once you are a teacher, you're able to sort a good other good teachers. I'm also a teacher. I also have an NGO. So if I see an NGO that is doing so well, I can say that this NGO is doing so well. They are really, really doing so well for women. You know, they want us to be able to raise our bar in business. A lot of things that you don't know that they will put you through. So if you would like, and above all, the training is free. It's being sponsored by UN Women and some other organization. It's an absolutely free training. You just have to come with your time. So just come with your time. So if you're a woman here, it's a woman. If you're a man here, please go and tell your wife, go and tell your daughter, go and tell your niece about it, and just get back to me. I'll leave my number in the comments for those who. I'll just put in my number for those who may not know my number. Let me put. So that's my number there. And all you need to do is get in touch with me if you want they have the cohort 5 is about starting. They're already registering for cohort 5. I belong to cohort 4. It's amazing way to learn to grow your business. If you're a business owner, okay, the criteria is you must have a registered business name. You cannot be part of the training if you don't have a business. It's actually for business owners. So if you have a registered business name, then you can apply. So just get back to me. I will send you the link for you to be able to apply. I want to say thank you for every one of you for being part of this training. I hope that we are going to be implementing, applying what we have learned, because it's also easy to go for training, but it's about the application. So you need to be disciplined with your money if you want to grow the money, if you want to be wealthy. So in some circle, they call me the Honorable Minister of Wealth in some circle. So if you actually want to be wealthy, you need to grow. You need to grow your money. And in growing your money, the rule of money I spoke about, that number one rule of money of Parkinson's law, your expenses not growing the way the income, as the income comes, you grow expenses. Once you are able to work on, how do I invest? Where do I invest this money? Think investment. That's one thing about me. That's what I do a lot. So for those who want to know about some of the investments I spoke about, you can also reach out to me and we can discuss it. So thank you and bye-bye to everyone.